Peace be with you. In the Quran, God tells us exactly what is expected from us. It is expected from us to reach a level of moral enlightenment to where we become people who conduct ourselves in a way that is pleasing to God, who exhibit personal traits that God says that He likes, and avoid personal traits, negative personal traits that God hates. So that is what is expected. And to that end, God gives us a certain set of behaviors and rules that are expected from us in the Quran, and things that we are prohibited from. Some of those are pretty narrow. Like, for example, in the 17th chapter of the Quran, God tells us not to say as much as "uff" to our parents when they reach old age with us, but to address them with respect and be humble towards them, right? Or we are also told, "O you who believe, why do you say that which you do not do? Most hateful to God is that you should say that which you do not do." So we are told that in all instances we are expected to do what we say we're going to do, which is a very difficult thing to do. And these things, all of these things, can be very, very difficult things to do. God also tells us, and tell your men to lower their gaze and guard their modesty. Surely that is better for them, right? So we cannot be looking at women like they're objects, things of that nature, right? So all of these things can be difficult to do sometimes for people, and I want to explain how this helps us. Look, basic reality of life is you aim small, miss small, right? None of us are perfect. We all make mistakes, but if you aim small, you miss small. So if your aim is never to say as much as "oof" to your parents, when you do miss, you miss with saying, "Oh man, you're showing a slight gesture of annoyance," which is not a big deal. But when you are sincerely trying not to even do that, the major things don't happen. Same things when God tells you, and tell your men to lower their gaze and guard their modesty, right? You may make mistakes and look sometimes, and you realize that's a mistake, and you do that. But again, you aim small, you miss small. You don't commit zina. You don't go into those deep waters, right? Same thing with trying to be a person of your word. Why do you say that which you do not do? Most hateful to God is that you should say that which you do not do. So you do what you say, and sometimes you might forget, and sometimes you might make a mistake. But when you are sincerely trying to achieve that, again, aim small, miss small. You might miss sometimes. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But the destruction is not complete. Like, you are not destroying somebody else's life, and you are not destroying your own life. So these commandments in the Quran are there with the understanding that we are not perfect. That's why God says God is forgiving. Aim small, miss small. Understand what God wants from you, aim for that, and do everything you can to get better at that. And that is the purpose of life. That is literally the purpose of life. And you will see that there is enough for a lifetime to try to achieve when you constantly read the Quran, and when you constantly try to tweak your behavior and your moral character to coincide with the reflection of good people that you find in the Quran. That is Islam. Peace be with you.